So now we can carry on with a couple more of these sections. So in fact, we'll just do one more section in this lesson so that we can keep these lessons a little bit shorter so that it's not as intense for you guys. So let's now actually create a new structure here. So we're going to work with a horizontal structure here. And now let me think what we need. Okay, so I think we're going to need to pop in a couple of containers here. So let's drop one container here. And then if we just duplicate that for our 2 containers. So what I'm thinking is an image over here and some text over here with a heading. So it's going to look a bit similar to what we have up here, only it's going to be on the main body of this website. So let's go ahead and add those elements. We're going to drag an image into here. Going to come back to the plus and drag in a heading. Going to hit the plus. We're going to hit a text editor. Going to hit that plus again. Let's drag in another heading there. Not there. We can drag that over to this side. And then one more. In fact, I can just duplicate this one, can't I? Let's duplicate that and drag that below that heading there. So it looks like that. So now what we want to do is just add in this image. And the image, what we are going to use here is going to be added to this lesson. What we'll actually do is use a background for this, a background image for this section as well. Let me find, now yours won't be in the folder like this, but yours will be nice and neatly on its own. We're going to use this section to image. For some reason it's saying that it cannot be found. So I know that it can. Let's go ahead and upload that one now. So let's drop that in. So this background image that we uploaded last time in the last lesson, we're going to use as the background now. So let's actually just add this image in first of all. Now let's go ahead and just finish off some styling here. So in fact, let's just fill this in. Let's say stunning websites for every single use case. For every single use case, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and copy a bit more of this Ipsum. Maybe just like that. I'm going to copy in. Paste that in. In fact, I'm not going to paste that in. I'm going to paste that in there because it's copying all of the code from the HTML as well. So just like that, let's just add a few spaces here. Leave that like this. And where is that LaCroix? No, actually, we'll do that from here. That is okay. I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and copy this last bit, delete that, and paste that in down here. So now let's just say this is going to be AI-based process. Now, again, this is all nonsensical, really. It's just something that is kind of relevant, but you just want to make this your own, of course. So let's now quickly style this. So let's just come up to the heading here. Let's change this to a H3. Let's come to style, text color. We're going to make accent. Accent. Typography, we're going to make secondary heading. In fact, I'm going to make this primary heading. And then, in fact, that is okay, but I'm going to... In fact, I will make that a bit smaller. I'm going to go with a 1.6 maybe. That is okay. Now for this text, let's go ahead and change these to the defaults. We're going to turn this to our default gray text, and then the typography will be text. That is okay. Want to just copy that, paste that in as a style for that bottom one, and we'll do the same with that heading. Copy and then paste style into the second heading. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller, just so that, in fact, let's make that a H3. Come to style. Let's make that a, maybe we make that a 1.4. Even a 1.3, 1.2 is okay. AI-based process, that'll probably need a hyphen there. And that is looking okay. So what I am going to do here is just drag in a button as well. So let's just drag a button in. Button into there. Let's go ahead and say find out more or learn more. Let's make that capital M. Learn more. So that is okay. Again, of course, you would want to add your link at this stage as well. Let's go ahead and just add some negative padding up the top there. Take that off. What I will also do, just add a little bit of padding to the top of this AI based, or margin, doesn't make any difference. Let's just do some margin. Don't know why that changed all to 1. Maybe leave that as 15, that is okay, or 16, I'm happy with that. Let's just actually come to this first container on the left hand side now, and we want to just align this into the center. So let's justify content center, so that vertically that is going to be aligned, so that it looks like this. Let's now come along to our image. We want to give this a width, because at the minute it is looking way too big, as you can tell. So let's maybe make that, in fact, I'm going to change that to a pixel width, so we give it a fixed width. And I think maybe 378 is okay. We could even make that smaller. And then we can just justify that in the center as well. So that looks like that. So that is okay. Let's actually give this this first, the top level container, some padding at the top and bottom. So let's uncheck that padding box. Let's go and add some padding to the top. This is going frighteningly slow today. I think it's because I have lots of stuff open. So padding, let's go ahead and add maybe 80 there. We can add 80 on the bottom as well. 80. In fact, I might want to add 120. 120 and 120. I think that is looking okay. I'm happy with that. Now we do want to just add that background in, if you remember. So let's come back to that section. Well, we're still on that container. Let's come to style and then to background. We've got the background type. Let's go ahead and select classic, and then we can add in our image. So let's add this image just here. Add that in. And we can see that it adds it in like that. Let's just go ahead and select the no repeat. Display size, we want it to be contained so that it looks just like that. So that is okay. Just adds a little bit of color dotted around. Again, these are just all off of Canva. Just nice, simple things that you can just get straight off of. Something like Canva just saves a hell of a lot of time when you are designing. So that is looking a lot better. So that is that section now taken care of. That is going to bring this lesson to an end, and we'll carry on with the last couple of sections in the next lesson.